Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000 for the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Bill has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investor.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We've had very strong hiring reports in the last 3 months. On average, as the chair said, 190,000 hires a month. So I think the evidence is that the economy has strengthened.
Well, the question is, what is the pessimism about? It's not about employment. Employment is very close to full employment. It's about growth, and that problem is largely about productivity growth.
But the problem is we don't have productivity, and they keep lying to us. That is Stanley Fischer. He's one of the Fed. He's one of the Fed governors. It's just amazing how they're not straight with us. When they went and had their meeting in Jackson Hole, all they did is just lie to us. It makes you grumpy. They don't tell us the truth. We need a president who tells us exactly where we stand. We need a president to warn us that our currency is the world reserve currency. We are so lucky that it is. If they ever take China or any country, Russia, China, get together to get rid of our currency so that around the world, all the countries don't have to buy goods in dollars anymore, like oil, we'll really be screwed. And let me tell you, China and Russia and these other countries are grumpy. They see what we're doing. We're the only people that can buy goods around the world, and we don't have to, it's almost like not paying for it. I'll give you an example. Germany, if Germany goes and buys oil, Germany has to pay for it in dollars. So they've got to go and exchange their money, their German currency, to get dollars. That means they got to really keep producing. Their productivity has to keep going. They got to produce, or they'll be in trouble. See, we don't have to do that because we don't manufacture anything, because we are the world's reserve currency. And one day, they're going to take that away from us. And they're in the process of doing it right now. That means oil would go through the roof. Oil would go through the roof. We have been blessed with cheap oil because we are the world's currency. Because all oil has to be bought in dollars. So we just print dollars. But if we were like Germany and other countries, are you kidding? They have to always go buy the dollars. They got to keep producing. Their productivity has to be high. That's not happening. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But first, Let's take a look at the stock market this day, and welcome to Phil's Gang. The market is getting in a narrower and narrower range, very narrow. The S&P 500 is trading in like a 1% range. It's been trading in such a narrow range, going back. If we go back and you look on any chart, you'll see back starting in July 15th to where we are today. We have been trading in such a narrow range. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's almost 2 months. We've never had that happen before. The market has stopped dead. The market is stopped dead in its tracks. They don't know what to do. They know they can't raise interest rates. That's a joke. They keep telling us they're going to raise interest rates, but that is a joke. I don't understand why the group thinkers in this country think they're going to raise rates. They're not. Not with productivity falling off a cliff. Are you kidding? Plus a loss of 5 million high-paying manufacturing jobs? Especially when 24% of all American workers worked at one time in manufacturing. Now it's less than 8%. Especially when the government will feel the most pain. Because remember, they are the largest borrower of money if rates went up. Just a 0.5 point rate increase on the $20 trillion national debt, which costs us $225 billion in interest, we'll have to pay an additional $100 billion. That'd be $325 billion. What are you, nuts? We can't. With real economic growth rate of 1%, even use their fake 2%. The debt bubble would implode to $20 trillion. We can't afford to pay any more interest than we're paying now without going broke. Lucky we can print money, but that's not going to keep going. You can't keep saying, oh, well, we got a printing machine. We're the only country in the world that legally can print money. So we're sitting back and what difference does it make? We're fine. We'll just keep printing money. Really? Well, we're going to wake up one more morning and we are not going to be the world's reserve currency. So right now, where we stand, they can't even raise rates a 0.25 point. They did in December of 2015, and then when January came, 2016, because the economy was growing, we'll use their fake 2%, the economy could not absorb that extra $50 billion. Couldn't absorb it. So the market dropped 14%. Because we couldn't absorb it. Because to absorb an interest rate, to raise rates, you got to be able to absorb that in your economy. But your economy's got to be growing. But nobody tells us this. What are you, nuts? The economy's not growing fast enough to absorb a rate increase on this debt bubble. It's unbelievable. Look what happened in December 2015. It's just crazy. And not only that. Not only is the productivity so low, another problem other than productivity, this administration increased regulations on businesses, 129,000 new regulations. Not only is productivity killing us, but regulations are killing us. Productivity only increases when CEOs of companies plow their cash back into the company in way of capital spending, new facilities, new machinery, IT spending, new R&D. And that's how you get your productivity, when a CEO does that. See, and then once the CEO does that, then each worker produces more. And when he produces more, then our standard of living goes up. Because he produces more, then you get a raise. And when you get a raise, you go spend. And when you spend, we have more profits. The economy does better, but that's not what's happening. When CEO provides workers new tools and new technology, think about it, like from 1990 to 2000, productivity exploded, causing our GDP economic growth to go 4% because they plowed their cash, the CEOs, back into their company, buying new machinery and technology. Our economic GDP growth was between 3 and 4%. Productivity is a result of capital and business investment. And when we have productivity, you get a raise. You can take a vacation. You can remodel your kitchen or add on a new porch. That grows the economy. That's not happening. See, economic growth comes from a rise in workers' productivity because the worker has the new tools, updated technology to produce more efficient. That now a raise can be justified. Wages can increase, which increases savings and spending. And that's when you get a economy that starts to grow. But it all backfired on us, this 0% interest. We'll talk about that when we get back. 15 past the hour here in Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000 for the color-coded technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine with the 500 fastest-growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. You're listening to The Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grandy. Be sure to check out the all-new Phil's Gang website at philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. We're talking about productivity, and because we don't have productivity, that is the reason why the stock market for 2 months have been trading in a narrow range, and it can't break out and run. In fact, it won't even come down because we're so complacent. When you look at the VIX index, which is the fear meter, there's no fear. Everybody believes, the big institutions, all the investors believe that they're not going to raise rates. Unfortunately, the public believes the rhetoric that they're going to raise rates. And they want you to believe that, so you keep going out and refinancing your homes, refinancing your debt. Because if you ever not believed that we were going to raise rates and you stopped going refinancing your debt, do you realize what would happen? This is another reason why they wouldn't raise rates. That means if everybody knew for sure they're not going to raise rates anymore, the debt would keep piling up, and that means that we'd have to go print money, and the Federal Reserve would have to go buy all the debt from the bank. That means the dollar would collapse. The dollar would collapse. We'll talk more about that in a moment and why the market's having such a problem after a 126% rally. Why, for the last 3 months, it can't go up anymore, and why it can't come down. And that's why I always tell my gang members, never mind about the fundamentals of a company. When you hear these people on CNBC and other financial shows talk about a company and tell you why to buy it because of all the fundamentals, forget it. Fundamentals no longer work. Like when you hear this.
Why Curry and Plank, the CEO of Under Armour, are thinking so hard. The rising popularity of basketball as a sport and sneakers. For this tour, for instance, they launched a new design, a new style of the Curry 2.5 basketball shoes to reflect and inspired by an old popular Chinese folklore.
Who cares? Are you kidding me? So, because you heard that today, you would have ran out and bought it. What are you, nuts? Are you nuts? But guess what? You don't have to know anything about the fundamentals of that company. Here, listen again.
So the stock is down 20% in 1 year. It's down 5% year to date. Is it a buy here?
I bought it yesterday. I think a lot of the analysts, when they see the reaction that Sarah's seeing firsthand over in Asia, Scott, I think they will react to it. So, but I'm still...
No, that's not how you buy stocks. That's not how you buy a stock. You want to see the reaction of the pension funds. Are they buying it? The managers of the pension funds, the managers of the fire department, and the steel workers, and all the union people, their pensions, are they in there buying the stock? That's all you want to know. You don't care what the sneakers look like. You don't care if you can jump 40 feet in the air because you got the sneakers. You could care less about any fundamentals about the sneakers. You don't have to know anything about it. You want to know, are the pension funds, all the pension funds for the fire, for all the union workers, the auto workers, the guys who manage the money for them, are they buying it? Are the big banks buying it? Because banks right now, people think, oh, banks just do banking. No, banks are buying our companies. You know that? Matter of fact, one bank owns more of Facebook than even the guy that owns it. What's his name? What's the kid's name? Yeah, Zuckerberg. He doesn't even own as much stock as the banks. The banks are buying up all the companies. Banks are buying up all the exchange-traded funds. They're buying everything. Thanks to George Bush. Instead of taking the banks and breaking them up, what he should have done and spread them up their parts among 8,000 smaller banks, instead he created a real major problem. But here's the point, UA. It's red. It turned red. It was green, and then it turned red on August 31st. Are you nuts? You're going to buy it now when the institutions are pulling money out because of the fundamentals that they're talking about? Look, you could have got in the stock when it turned green on June 30th. That's all you had to know. You didn't know anything about the company. That's why I always tell my students, follow the same 5 brand stocks all year. That's all you need. Take the brand names, the 500, take S&P 500 stocks or take the Dow 30 stocks and then pick 5 of them. Follow them. Follow them. You make plenty of money. And then you got control, especially if you're using the MV2 color-coded chart, because it turned green on on June 29th. It was priced around $38. And then it turned red again on June 27th. And it started to drop. So think about it. So it went from $38, and then it turned red again at around use 42, we'll round it off, $42. So that was a 10% return. But you knew to get out. You knew to get out of it because the institutions pulled the money out. And then it then turned green again until August 15th at $41. And it turned red again at, guess what? It turned red again at $41.12. So you didn't lose any money. You didn't lose any money. That's the beautiful thing. This is crazy, this fundamentals. What are you, nuts? It just makes no sense. You can take any stock, and just put it up on a chart, and you can tell when to buy it and when not to buy it. Just a simple color code. That's why I'm telling people, look, I'm going to give you this free to use for 4 weeks, for a month. All you have to do is join the gang for $39.95, and you get this along with the membership free. I mean, nothing more beautiful. I mean, there's just nothing that works better than this. Here, I don't care what stock you look at. It will always protect you. It'll always protect you. It'll tell you when to get in and when to get out. Give you an example. UNH Healthcare. It said, okay, it was all red. Then finally it turned green at $132. And then it turned red again at $139. So, not knowing anything about United Health, you made yourself about a 5% gain on that. You didn't have to worry about it. Join my gang, Phil's gang, 877-600-GANG, and get your MV2 now. It'll protect you.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine with the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, Then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160 with 2% fee? It drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Bill has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investor.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Looking for insights and investing information? Join Phil Grandy and become a Phil's Gang member today. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Here's your number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Call now and get your free MV2. Give you another example of stock. Xilinx, the semiconductor stock. On our MV2, it turned green for us back in July 12th. And that was around $47. And then it turned red, telling us the institutions were pulling their money out back on August 11th. So from July 11th, July 12th to August 11th, about a month, that was a return of 9%. But what makes you feel good is when you get in the stock, you don't have to know anything about the company. You don't have to know anything about the numbers. You don't have to know anything about what they make, what they do. All you have to know is what red is. And when it turned red, you got out and you protected your investment. And at the end of 4 weeks, if you don't think this is correct, I'm not telling you the truth, then you're done with it. But you'll see it's so simple. You'll say, I don't understand why I didn't do this before. I just got to look at a color code. And that's what you do. And you got to learn how to use it. And we'll teach you how to use it. It's so easy, so simple. And then when you're making money, we're asking you, please donate to St. Jude. But after 4 weeks, you're going to know if this thing works or not. Okay. I have a couple of announcements I have to make here, and I want to make. This weekend, the 10th of September, we got two great things going on, two events. First, the Branson Summers event. They call it Dancing for Branson. A 17-month-old boy, his picture's on my webpage, on the front page, the homepage, philsgang.com. You want to see him. He's got a rare eye condition, 17 months old. He's going blind. And we want to support this benefit for Branson to raise money to send him to a specialist. The last boy we did this for, we sent him in Boston, and we saved his sight. I cannot imagine a 17-month-old boy wake up one morning and everything's black for him. How do you explain it to him? He'll be petrified. We got to do something. So this Saturday the 10th, 4:30 to 11 p.m., Roberts Arena, please come. There's going to be auctions and raffles and barbecues to raise money. Please come. And then we have another wonderful event. Walter Share Books, a wonderful entrepreneur. If it wasn't for Walter, you would not have the fax machine. If it wasn't for Walter, you would not be sleeping at night because there'd be no Polaris missile program. That's right. And the sale of his book, every copy you buy goes to the Center for Discovery. What a great organization that is. So that's going to be the same day. That's going to be between 5 and 9 p.m., and that's going to be at Stravado's restaurant. So you got two great events. Please come. For all information, go to my site, philsgang.com. Okay. Again, what I don't like about what's going on, I don't care, Democrat, Republican, we're not being told the truth. Every time when I hear stuff like this, it drives me nuts.
Building an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. We're going to make the biggest investment in new jobs since World War II. Infrastructure jobs. Our roads, our bridges, All right, stop there. Our roads, our bridges. Okay, that's fine, but that's not what we need. We need full-time jobs, because when you're finished fixing the road, you're finished fixing the bridge, guess what? You're out of job. You're out of a job again. All right, that's fine, but I want full-time jobs. I want somebody to stay in a job. He gets in there, he's 20 years old, he can be there till he's 60. That's not that kind of a job. And then look what else she talks about. I have a plan to install 500 million solar panels.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's really great. That's going to help us big. What, are we going to print more money because we're going into debt, and that's our big problem. Are you kidding? The solar panels, it costs 63 cents per kilowatt hour, the solar panels. Coal costs 6 cents to generate a kilowatt hour of electricity. We have to provide the difference between the 6 cents and the 63 cents. You and I, the taxpayer, and the government, we have to go borrow the money. That's more debt on the $20 trillion. That's stupid as there are other jobs. No, you got to get great jobs, full-time jobs. That's stupid. And then I hate this one.
That our economy works better when it works for everybody. That's the spirit that made the progress of these past 7.5 years possible. We've rescued our economy.
We didn't rescue our economy. We propped our economy up with a printing machine. We are propping it up. We propped our banks up. And we can see it now because it's coming due. The bills are coming due. It's unbelievable. What people don't realize is we're so lucky we have that printing machine, or we'd be so screwed. And as I said, these jobs, talking about jobs, economic growth comes from productivity. You give people a job. You provide them new technology, provide them good equipment. And when they have good equipment, they produce. Per person, they produce. And when they produce, then they get a raise. And when they get a raise, they go out and spend money. And when they spend money, the economy grows. But that's not what happened, because companies are saying, why would we do that? When Bernanke, now Yellen, said, don't do that. Bernanke was so stupid what he did. He's basically said to the CEOs, don't put money back into your company. Don't buy new machinery so your people get more productive, so that they get raises, go spend money and grow the economy to 4%, so that we're creating 400,000 jobs a month. Instead, what he does, he says he was so scared in 2009 that our debt, which was going to 20 trillion, our debt bubble was going to implode. He was so stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. He decides to prevent our bubble, our $20 trillion bubble of debt from imploding. He would do zero rates, keep interest rates down zero, so the government can borrow money at no cost. He would do quantitative easing. So between zero interest and quantitative easing, he thought that was all about keeping the $20 trillion debt bubble from imploding. But he was stupid, just like Jim Rogers said about him.
Well, Mr. Bernanke has been wrong for 400 weeks in a row now. He's never been right about anything.
That's right, and it backfired on him. So what happens is the CEOs are sitting there saying, what should I do? Let's see, I got $1 million. Should I take the $1 million and upgrade my equipment, buy new technology, or should I take the $1 million? Should I take the $1 million and should I go out and buy stock of my company, do stock buyback, where I get very, very wealthy myself, because I get paid by stock and I get stock options? And that's what he did. He disincentivized every CEO in this country to stop investing back into their plants, to stop investing back into their businesses. So that's why we don't have productivity. That's why you're not getting a wage. That's why you don't get any wage increase. That's why you can't take a vacation, because this idiot, Bernanke, continued to say to CEOs, hey, here, we'll give you money free. And so not only did they take the money they were making, the cash they have sitting around, and not buy new equipment, they turned around and bought their own stock. Then they borrowed another $7 trillion because it was free money. And that is why we don't have an economy. That's why the economy is growing at 1%. Isn't that stupid? But they don't know what to do about it now. And that's why we are in trouble. That's why they can't raise rates. They can't raise rates. We're in such deep trouble. If they raised rates, we'd be in because every time you raise the rate on that $20 trillion debt, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. Because every time you raise that, just as I said, 1 percentage point, that's another $100 billion. We're barely meeting our $225 billion. Look, as I said, look what happened back in December when we raised rates a quarter point. January came and the market collapsed 14% because the economy didn't grow enough, because we had no productivity and it couldn't absorb that 25 basis points. That's why they're not going to raise rates. So what are they doing? They continue to lie to us and keep telling us, and they keep duping us with trickery. The next FOMC meeting, we are going to raise rates, so that you keep going out there and refinancing. Because they'd be screwed if you didn't go refinance. They'd have to print more money and buy all the debt from the banks. And that means the dollar would drop. It's just ridiculous. Just so ridiculous. And it just doesn't make any sense. And if you do have a pension plan, the company CEOs are screwing you there. They're stealing from you. That's right. If you have a pension, most of the CEOs are stealing from your pension. That's right. And I'll explain that when we get back. Join my gang right now, 877-600-GANG. Get your free MV2 to protect yourself.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. And boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com. As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160 with 2% fee? It drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. You're listening to the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grandy. Be sure to check out the all-new Phil's Gang website at philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let me give you the number again, 877-600-GANG. Please pick up your free MV2. Here's what it did for us, for the gang. This one company, Valero, it turned green after being red, and it turned green on July 14th, and it was around $49.50. And then it turned red, told us to get out September 1. That was a 19% return, just knowing when to get in and when to get out. That's Valero alone. Xilinx, we did the same thing using the MV2. That was a 9% return. If you don't believe it, then get it for free. All you have to do is join the gang. Phil's Gang is $39.95. And this way here, at the end of the month, if you think it's not worth it, you just get rid of it, okay? And I get so grumpy when I hear how he keeps telling us he rescued this economy. No, he didn't rescue the economy, because understand, he's propped the economy up. You've got to understand this. So when you go to the voting booth, you understand what's going on, because she's going to do the same exact thing. You prop all they've been doing is propping it up with a printing machine. And so stupid. Instead of creating jobs, they tell the company CEOs, hey, invest in the stock market, buy your own stock back. And you can't take the punch bowl away from them now. What CEO is going to go ahead and not keep buying their own shares? Why would they invest in their company? We got a major problem because they're not investing in their tools and their machinery. We got a problem. That means our productivity is dropping. That means our standard of living is dropping while the CEOs are getting wealthy. But here's the major problem, the debt. We have so much debt in this country they don't talk about. It's incredible. Even if every person was taxed 100% of their income, we still would not have enough to pay all the debt. We would not be able to balance the federal budget. What they don't tell us is, like, for example, remember when Fannie and Freddie blew up? Oh, they said we went in and don't worry about it. We bailed them out. No, they didn't. That's just more debt. That was $180 trillion debt sitting there in that $20 trillion. We can't even raise rates a quarter point because they're scared to death. They can't meet the $225 billion interest rates right now. To raise it a quarter point, the market would collapse, and it did in January. What has saved us is that we're the only nation in the world that legally can print dollars, and it's considered the world currency. It forms the basis of the world's financial system. Since 2009, we've been propping up our banks and our economy by printing money. As it stands today, we don't have to pay for what we import in foreign goods. We don't have to pay foreign currency to buy something because we are the currency. Like, for example, Germany. Let's take Germany. Say Germany has to buy oil from the Saudis. They have to buy in dollars. So to buy oil, they have to buy in dollars because all the oil has to be bought in U.S. currency. That means the value of the German currency is very important to the German government. To maintain the value of that, they have to produce as much as they consume from around the world. Otherwise, the value of their currency falls, causing prices to skyrocket and their standard of living to decline. But we in America, we can consume all we want without acquiring any money to pay for it because our dollars is all reserve currency around the world. It's accepted. So we don't have to do what Germany does. So what does that mean? We don't have to produce anything. See, every time they buy oil, you got to think about this. Every time they buy oil, they have to have dollars. So they've got to produce. They have to produce big, as much as they consume. We don't have to. And that's the problem with this country. We don't produce anything because we're the world's currency. But if we're not the world's currency, boy, are we screwed. And that is coming. We can consume everything we want from around the world, acquire anything we want from any country because we're already the reserve currency. We are the dollar. So we don't have to do what Germany does, have to go buy a currency exchange, then come back home and work like hell to keep producing. In 1970, think about this. In 1970, we were the world's largest creditor. By the mid-'80s, we became a debtor to the whole world. And since 1990s, we're the world's largest debtor. We produce nothing. Nothing. We buy houses. That's all we do. We owe more money today than anyone else in the world. With all this debt piling up, we started to repay it by what? Printing dollars. And that kills the currency. That means you go to the grocery store, your $100 doesn't give you a bag of groceries, it gives you half a bag. But these creditors like China and Germany and all these other countries are getting mad. They're getting grumpy. They say, look at America. They sit there. They're lazy. They don't produce anything. And every time we buy oil or we buy lumber, we have to go in and we have to exchange our currency for dollars to buy it in dollars. And then I have to come back home and I have to produce as much as I consume. Where America, they can sit back on their laurels. They can consume all they want. They don't have to produce anything. What a deal they got. Well, I'm tired of that. We're going to take the currency away from them. And that's what they're doing right now. So just think of one commodity. One commodity. And they know this, especially China. This is how China's going to destroy us. Obama fixed something. What did he fix? He didn't fix anything. Gee, at least Trump knows this. He's going to fix this. So, as I said, the creditors like China, they know what we're doing. So they want to take our reserve currency status away from us. So access to cheap oil, think about it, has been such a gift to us because of the dollar being the world currency. Our gasoline, when you go to the pump, is cheaper than anywhere else in the world. Europe, anywhere else is usually double because we're the world currency. So here comes the problem. When China and Russia are to destroy us, they're going to start producing their own currency. So we're no longer the reserve currency. And are we screwed? So that means the price of oil will overnight skyrocket. That will kill our standard of living and will go into a depression. We're leaving ourselves wide open to China. This is what Trump knows. Is he going to fix this? They can destroy us, and that's what they set out to do, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to take away that reserve currency from us. And then when they do that, because we produce nothing. Remember, Germany, every time they buy something, they exchange their currency for US dollars, and then they buy their lumber or their oil. Then they come home and they have to produce as much as they import. So if they import $10 million a month, they have to sell $10 million a month. We import $10 million. We import $10 million a month, and we export $1 million a month. So can you imagine once we have to start paying for our goods that we have to, let's say we have to go buy, we take our dollars and exchange them for Chinese currency to buy oil, we are so screwed. Oh, but they got all the, Obama rescued our economy. No, you don't rescue this economy until we change that. We got to get rid of this threat that we're no longer the reserve currency. And the other thing we got to get rid of is we got to fix the problem of our productivity being so screwed up. We got to stop giving the CEOs of companies the option. We're disincentivizing them. Say, what CEO in their right mind would take $5 million they have in cash and go buy new equipment rather than take that $5 million and they'll buy stock? And they get their bonuses, and that stock price goes up so they get their bonus. You think they would give up their bonuses to buy equipment so that their company is more efficient, so that the worker produces more? And when he produces more productivity, he gets a raise. When he gets a raise, he goes out and spends money on durable goods. He saves, he spends, he saves. And when you have spending and savings, that's when you have a recovery. But we have no spending, we have no savings, we have no recovery because CEOs won't invest. So what do? We sit there every month, this country, and keeps interest rates at zero. And companies keep doing the same thing over and over because we're so afraid that if we raise rates a quarter point, we can't meet our debt obligation, the interest on the 20 trillion. You say, well, keep printing. Well, what good is that? If we print every month so that we can keep paying our interest on our 20 trillion to 225 billion, at some point our currency isn't worth anything. So to get a bottle of milk, you're going to have to pay $100. Notice the answer? My MV2. That's my answer. Go to my site right now. Call right now, 877-600-GANG, and get your free MV2 so you know when to get in and when to get out of a stock. That's all you need to know.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get in the stock market